This video is sponsored by Bityard. With over 400 cryptos to trade on their spot, perpetual coin futures, USDT futures, with leverage of 1x to up to 125x, you can trade foreign exchange, commodities like gold, silver and oil, and traditional markets like Nasdaq, all with some of the lowest fees available on any trading platform. You can use their copy trader to copy other traders with better performance than you, or you can become a copy trader yourself and earn a few extra percent from the people that follow you. Plus, you got 9 out of 10 stars from the Coin Bureau guy. Bityard. Hello everybody, welcome back. We're going to have a look at XRP with its Bitcoin pair and its Tether pair. So it's something definitely you should have a little think about. Now, for full disclosure, I'm not buying any more XRP. I've got more than enough. For the last 3-4 years, I've been using coin futures on Bybit, and I've accumulated so much XRP, I'll never need to buy a single one again. But for those who did buy on this low, or are just generally interested in it, I wouldn't fault you for considering it. But then again, I can completely understand why you wouldn't, because pretty lame hodler's delight really. It's never really been a massive performer, unless of course you've got a handle on the way that it performs within its own market cycle, to which I made a video about that last week, so I suggest you have a look at that. So XRP's got relative strength on its USDT pair in comparison to Bitcoin and how it looks. So we can see that we're battling with a 200 simple, a 200 exponential on the 4 hourly. We take that over to Bitcoin to see how Bitcoin's looking. We're miles away. Also, this is Bitcoin on its redistribution phase, around the 39,000. We can see that XRP is actually getting quite close to where that redistribution phase is. So recovery not just on its Bitcoin pair, which we'll have a look at in a minute, but actually its Tether pair is looking okay. And okay, within the realm of a giant downtrend, I should add. It's not the best thing you've ever seen in the world, nor should you expect amazing things from it during this period of the market cycle. But that doesn't mean that it can't come without 150% bounce or so towards the top of this descending trend line. That is all definitely possible. We're in a giant descending triangle. We should expect to remain within that until further notice, in my opinion, until next year really, when you can only just begin to consider that it will break out of that. But again, that would still be very early for XRP to break out of that. So let's bring it back down to the Bitcoin pair, which is where things start to look really good, not just for XRP but for a lot of other altcoins as well. Now, for the first time in a while, we've reclaimed this 200 exponential on the Bitcoin pair. So remember that this isn't the best thing you've ever seen in the world. Anyone who knows anything about XRP knows that it likes to make big choices above the 200 exponential on its Tether pair. That's when things get really big and juicy for XRP. Being below it is obviously a bad thing. So above it, big moves, bang, reclaimed and supported. Big move, bang, and then obviously SEC kind of destroyed it to an extent. Reclaimed it, retested it, bang. Now, we don't really have the same effect with its Bitcoin pair, but it's something to think about, and it's not just for XRP. I mean, anytime a chart reclaims a 200 exponential, crypto specific, is definitely worth taking note of. It's the start of the building block of how an uptrend should look on the chart. Now, it's still very early days. We do need to stay above it. We need all these moving averages to cross above it, and we want it to look a little bit more like the 4 hourly chart looks, which is where we start to see things reclaim it, moving averages get into their appropriate positions, and then crossing, effectively forming a golden cross, which basically strengthens the trend. Now, because we had this golden cross here, we've not dumped down into it. We had this little pullback here. We haven't not had a big dump down into it. And the Bitcoin dominance chart is at a major support right now, which makes me a little skeptical of how far this can go in the short term. But with a chart set up like this, I do favour the fact that it will get picked up if we pull back down into the 200 exponential on the 4 hourly. That could mean a pullback of the size of 12.5%, 13%. Obviously, this is a 4 hourly chart, so every day that goes by, the support gets higher. I would welcome that, and I would say that would be something that we could look at all Bitcoin to altcoin pairs and see if they've got the same kind of pullback, because that would be a buy really. Retesting the golden cross to make sure that it's genuine. Obviously, it has to be genuine. We do want to see it remain above that, basically, since it's been reclaimed, and retest it as a support, and that would be a buy, and you would continue with the uptrend. That uptrend should be felt across the board, not just with its Bitcoin pair, but with its Tether pair, which again, we look at the Tether pair, it's relatively decent in comparison to others. We're moving up towards the 40 cent zone, which is our redistribution phase. So It is early days, definitely, but as far as charts go, and I know what it sounds like because I'm talking about XRP, but I know what it sounds like. It's actually a decent looking chart, to be fair. You know, in the world we live in right now, where good looking charts are far and few between, we'll just have a look to see if there's anything going for it on its itchy cloud. There's not really. I mean, when was this reclaimed here? 26 periods. At what point did that pop out? Okay, so that was formed at the latter part of this move here. So that, you know, this is a signal, and it would suggest continuation. So I actually think it probably will have continuation to this 40-cent zone. Maybe sooner rather than later. I mean, it does look pretty good, relatively strong, I would say. Yeah, I'm all for this. Obviously, the only problem would be if Bitcoin gives it up. You know, if Bitcoin gives up the game. But I don't really see any signs of weakness on XRP's chart on its own, which is, you know, pretty decent. Nor do I really see it on Bitcoin's pair. But remember, this is Sunday. But you know, you've probably watched, or I hope you have, watched my videos from over the last couple of weeks where I've been talking about the everything bounds. So oil down, wheat down, Dixie down, stocks up, indexes up, and crypto up through association. I still believe that to be the case. It's just gaining momentum at the moment, I would say, and if it were to continue, then it should start to be felt a bit more broadly and a bit more powerful across the board over the next 2 or 3 weeks, probably just the next 2 weeks, and we'll see how far it can go. So to expect big moves from something like XRP is not, in my opinion, out the realms of possibility. And yeah, I'm all for it. And yeah, I could say the same for all these coins, and I'm no doubt I will make videos on them as well. Yeah, all the unpopular ones, things like EOS and ICP and all these lot, they are all looking similar to XRP. It's just for some reason XRP has the better chart, so it's worth bringing it up. Right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a nice day. Feel free to join the Telegram and whatever else you might want to click in the description of this video. Take it easy.